today where Larry Johnson gets to hand a ring to a man that you two for the rest of your life will be tied together. I got mine last night. I sat and stared at that, and what that means to me, once again, is my life any easier? No. What is different is that the people that you share this with for the rest of your life, it's a blood transfusion. I tell you this all the time, and for some of you live it, that the player-coach relationship and the player-player relationship is second to none.
Now, from NBC4 Columbus, this is Friday Night Live.
And the shiny stuff keeps on coming. That's the American Football Coaches Association National Championship Trophy, the Crystal Football. In our studio, it will be on display at the spring game in the Horseshoe tomorrow afternoon. The Ohio State Ticket Office told me today they sold about 69,000 tickets for tomorrow. Good weather expected. Could be looking at 80,000 people, maybe even more.
I'll take the over on that for sure. That trophy just a part of the Buckeye Bling collection lately. Today, the players, as you saw, received their 3 national championship rings in a very emotional meeting.
We would not probably have this box, beautiful case, and these rings if that guy hadn't stepped up.
The players receiving the 3 rings in a display case. Several of the seniors, like Michael Bennett and Jeff Hireman, returning this weekend for the rings and, of course, the game tomorrow.
Now, one of the spring game traditions is the Coaches Clinic on campus. Today, Urban Meyer and a couple special guests speaking to several hundred high school and college coaches. Boston College's Steve Adazio, Mississippi State's Dan Mullen, speaking along with Coach Meyer today.
And Meyer says it will be a pass-heavy scrimmage similar to what we saw a year ago. You'll see plenty of the young receivers like Noah Brown and Paris Campbell. Cardell Jones will quarterback the great team. Stephen Collier will run the Scarlet squad. Ohio State released the full spring game rosters today. We posted them for you on NBC4i.com. Here's a summary. All 4 of the expected starters on the defensive line will go Scarlet. All-purpose standout Curtis Samuel and the top healthy running back Bryante Dunn will play for the Gray.
I can't say it's going to be pleasant all the time because you're going to have some young guys in there that aren't quite ready to play yet, but we're going to throw them out there and let them go play in front of a crowd. So that's the built-in advantage that you have here at Ohio State, that there's going to be a nice crowd. And I love looking at the kids' eyes and seeing how they're reacting.
Now, we had to get out the old NBC4 lottery drum here because, the spring game is a lot like a lottery in that you're never quite sure what's going to pop up. Steve Hellwagon from BuckNuts.com is here to show us some of the guys who may show up during the game.
Yeah, just figuring out some players to watch and pulling them out at random. I got number 19. That's Garyon Conley, outstanding cornerback. He played a little bit as a backup last year. He and Damon Webb really fighting for that spot that Duran Grant gave up. And everyone says he's doing really well. Let's see who's next on our...
Great idea.
I love this
every week.
Yeah, our pick to click. Here we go. Number 4, Curtis Samuel. Yeah, the running back, backed up Ezekiel Elliott last year. They moved him out to wide receiver this spring so he could cross-train and get reps at all those positions and really improve his value, I think, to the offense. He's going to be used in a lot of different ways this year, it seems.
I think what you're seeing here, Jared, the common denominator, speed. A lot of speed in these guys
can run,
whether they're young or not.
No matter where they play.
All right, 85. He's got some speed.
Yeah, Marcus Baugh.
Marcus Baugh. He was very impressive in the scrimmage we got to see last Saturday. Hasn't played much at Ohio State, and of course with Jeff Hireman leaving, you have Nick Vanette as the starter there. They need a new backup, and Marcus Baugh, I think, if he can come through and make tough catches and block, he can be right in there. Keep an eye on
him. I don't even have to.
Yeah.
We just the last one.
At the last one, who do we have? 49, Sam Hubbard. Tremendous football player. Did a great job on scout team for him last year, and they're eager to get him in there. Jalen Holmes as well. Keep an eye out for him. And Ja'Shawn Cornell. He was an early enrolling freshman. All those guys need to come up big at defensive end.
Now, I notice we have 3 balls kind of sitting out right here. We have 12, 5, and 16. I think every Buckeye fan knows those numbers.
Well, yeah. Those I just set aside, Matt. I'm going to hand them to Coach Meyer after the game on Saturday afternoon. And, I just figure that, each week during the season, he can just put them in his hat and draw one out, and that'll be his starter. So, you draw that out. It's Braxton Miller's week, and then next week it's Cardale Jones' week, and then lastly it's Barrett's week. So, yeah.
As weird as that sounds, it just might work.
How else are they going to decide?
Steve Hellwagon from BuckNuts.com here getting you ready for the spring game.
That lottery drum. It's also a big recruiting weekend for the Bucks, and it's already underway. Tonight, linebacker Tough Borland, that's his name, Tough, from Bolingbrook Illinois. He announced on his Twitter account he's committing to Ohio State. He's the 10th player to join next year's recruiting class. Big kid, 6'2", 225 pounds, offered a scholarship by nearly every other Big Ten team.
And one other event going on tomorrow on campus, the athletic equipment sale. Game-worn football and hockey jerseys, new hats, shoes, shirts, you name it, all on sale. And it includes the chrome helmets Ohio State wore last year. If you want one of those, plan accordingly. They cost $1,500 each.
That's a true story. Before the spring game tomorrow, though, another showdown will go down in the shoe, and it's for the Big Ten regular season title in men's lacrosse. Ohio State, ranked 11th in the nation, unbeaten in the Big Ten. They'll face third-ranked Maryland, also undefeated in league play. That game begins just after 11 a.m. at the shoe, and it comes with your ticket to the spring game.
Certainly for our community, for Buckeye Nation, it's an incredible day for our men, for our sport, really, to expose the game in this way. And, we're certainly very thankful to be a part of it.
A few years ago, the Columbus Clippers